going on, everybody? Welcome to a very special edition of the Writers' Room. I'm Alan Hallis, and I am joined, as always, by the music director for Breaking and Entering, host of the Mr. Nice Guy podcast, curator of Mr. Nice Guy Presents, my River West counterpart, and just all around good guy. Shepherd Express contributor too, Mr. Ben Slowey. Benjamin, how are you doing today?
What's up, Al? I'm doing pretty good. Had a day trip out in Green Bay today. Yeah, I haven't really been in Green Bay too much. I'm not a sports guy. I don't follow the Packers, so there hasn't been much reason to go to Green Bay for me up to this point. But
Sure.
today, my partner and I went to the National Railroad Museum, and then we went to the new zoo.
Okay.
And we had a great time. We had lunch at Red Robin. Yum.
Yes, that's what they
And
say. That's what they say about that place.
yeah, and then got back here in time for a writer's room. How are you?
I'm good now. I'm glad that we are here doing this thing. I am currently in the middle of projects. I have had so many things going on today. I have had. I'm actually editing our radio show for tomorrow morning. That is happening on another screen right over to the side of me. I got our screens. I see like four versions of myself now because there's a camera and there's you and then there's another one here and my phone. There's a lot going on. And it's a busy day for us online because right after we do this show, we have this one, and then right after that, we have episode 100 we are taping of Breaking and Entering Radio, which is insane to say.
Yeah,
So,
that is awesome.
yeah.
Very exciting. Who's on the show today?
We have Eli Stones on the rap phone this week. And then the one that is coming out tomorrow on Spotify, we've got Jordan Lee of Case. They've got a cool event coming up, a cool release show coming up too. Um, Also interesting to note, before I break my printer here, uh, also interesting to note, this is the last long form, regularly scheduled version of the writers' room. I don't wanna guarantee like, okay, this is like the last one that we do of this. Ben and I are going to be back in some form doing this in a more condensed version, and it's going to come out on YouTube and probably all of our social media. Honestly, so we'll be doing that like weekly. I think that's what we agreed on, something like that.
Yeah,
Um, so this is, I was typing this out on Facebook and I was like, join us on our last one. And then I was like, join us on our last long form one. And then I was like,
yeah.
join us on our last regularly scheduled long form one. I don't want to leave the door shut on any of this because if something cool happens and we want to talk about it or do another one of these episodes, no one say we can't do it.
Right. It's always an option. Um, we've been doing this for almost 2 years now. It like definitely has given some semblance of not normalcy, but still like engagement
Hmm.
with the music scene for us, and also gives us an outlet to talk about all of it. And there's always going to be a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
But we are also, you know,
Gonna
we
still be
we
talking
we are
about it.
yeah we are still proliferating as breaking and entering into many other cool things in the next few months, hopefully.
Yes.
And yeah, so it feels good to like switch things up a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, variety is the spice of life, is what someone said sometime. But yeah,
That was a sentence that someone said at one point. Yeah.
if anyone said it, I said it just now too. So that being said, we should stop blabbing for just a little bit. We're gonna get into some great music because we got a lot happening. So we are gonna kick things off with a video from Casual Diving. Ben, what you know about these guys? 'Cause I admittedly don't know a ton.
Yeah. They are kind of like emo tinged indie rock. This was the video off the title track of their recent EP. Really solid stuff. I didn't know too much about them uh, prior to their EP dropping, but they're a very talented band, and they're doing something pretty cool. So uh, I think folks will like this one.
There we go. Let's check it out. This is Beyond the Frequency by Casual Diving on the Writers Room.
Fingertip, a moment cruelly ripped away. Lost to sudden circumstance. I'm stuck in a loop of tragedy. A flash of light and a rush of air. Nothing after, nothing before. Minutes, hours, days, or weeks. Comprehension at a time. Confusion taking over. Bring me back to familiar ground. Clarity is wavering in this clouded continuum. Lucid dreams and endless hours. Can't take the difference anymore. Something there. What is taking shape? So clearly now I see a soothing melody. A well-known sound that carries me as I'm drifting away. Reaching back through the veil, blurring the line between life and death. Away from frequency, I hear a voice call to me. Open your eyes, this is not a dream. Open your eyes, come back to me. Wake up and live again. No, this is not it. Wake up and live again. No, this is not it. Wake up and live again. No, this is not it. Wake up and live again. I like that.
All right, that was Casual Diving with Beyond the Frequency from their EP of the same name here on the Writers Room. And, Ben, it feels good. I was thinking about this show, and we have been doing it for 2 years. We started this thing on Instagram Live, and it was called Quarantine Update. And it was just
Yeah.
going to be Ben and I just shooting the shit, talking about music. And then it kind of grew into this other thing, and we said, hey, we could probably do like a live streaming show. And here we are, 2 years later, putting a head on this thing in this form. Um, but you're right. I mean, it kind of does feel like closure to the whole chapter of this. And fingers crossed, knock on wood, all of that. Um, it feels like we might be able to safely return to some live music soon, and do shows. We've got shows coming up starting as early as next week. We've got an evening with Genesis Renji and Nile at the Pabst Brewery on March 3rd, which is next week, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's next week.
Okay. So you
Damn,
should get that.
we're already in March next week. It's pretty
Yeah, and
crazy.
then another big announcement coming March 1st, which I've pretty much teased to death. And actually, if you watch this live stream later today, you'll probably hear something about it because we're going to talk about it because we tape in advance. So, you know what? Screw it. Big Beat MK is coming back March 1st. So if you are watching and you're a producer, or if you know a producer, let them know because they're going to win a bunch of cool stuff if they enter this year. Um, yeah, so and we have a bunch of events coming up on the Breaking and Entering site. We have a bunch of reschedules happening in April. Uh, we have Gorilla Ghost and Spoy. That's going to be Gorilla Ghost release show. And then the next night, we've got Weird Storm and fellow Kinsman at Pabst Brewery. So, you know, I hate to say, I don't want to say like we're back, but it feels good to be like, okay, I think we can do this again regularly and in a comfortable, safe-ish way, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, super exciting stuff. We've got live music actually kind of came back for me this past week. I was fortunate enough to see the band Low on last Thursday night at Cactus Club. That was my first live music in 2 months,
Wow.
and what a killer show! I was really glad I got the chance to go.
I saw a lot of
And
photos from that, and it looked like there's just a giant, elaborate set in Cactus Club, which, like, maybe doesn't need a giant, elaborate set.
yeah, I mean, it was definitely like a unique like light display. Like the lights
Hmm.
uh, behind the band kind of looked like window blinds,
Okay.
and but they like kind of changed colors. It was super cool. Great to see them. And then we're starting to bring back some artist spotlights this week as well,
Yeah.
starting with Sunday. Uh, Went to X Arcade to catch the Nicholas Ehlert show, and man, that guy makes really rad electronic experimental music. He's also he writes film scores, so that's pretty cool.
Huh.
He
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's uh just makes very like it's very like kind of cerebral sort of like electronic music that like just puts you in a trance the whole time you're watching it.
Sure.
And Yeah, I was just like living so like vicariously into his music while he was performing. But also super nice guy. So shout
Nice.
out to Nicholas Ehlert. Got a couple other shows coming up. Hopefully it'll take me to some venues I haven't been to in a while in the next few weeks. Um, yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
like give anything away yet. I
There's
also,
stuff on the horizon. We have lots
yeah,
of things. There's irons in the fire. Um, lots of things happening here. Shout
yeah,
out real quick to Aishel, who's said hello to us from Ishari Artist Management over on Twitch, and
I
then
miss like
Eric Merck.
show.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
Eric Merck and Cal Bergendahl on Facebook. Shout out to you guys as well. Everybody that's watching, on breakingandentering.net, as well as YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all of the different things. Shout out to all of you guys. I do have to say, Ben, we were talking about our shows, but one of the things that we're doing now that people might not know is every Wednesday on Shepherd Express, where I work, and Ben contributes to, we have the Shepherd set list, which features some highlights from the Milwaukee music scene as well as concert announcements that are happening in the area. Uh, and so the reason that I bring this up here on a Breaking and Entering show is because um, I'm very excited for the amount of shows that are getting announced every week in Milwaukee. And I don't think people realize that because I go through and I pull everything from, Cactus Club, X-Ray Arcade, up to the Rave, Paps Theater Group, all that stuff. There's an enormous amount of shows. There's probably a good 20 to 25 shows being announced every week for the rest of this year. Now that things are catching up, um, You know what I mean? Like people are rescheduling their tours. People are feeling safe to go back out to shows. So not only that, we're gonna have the Summerfest lineup probably very soon, um, and summer concert schedules and things like that, festival schedules. So things are looking up. And for a long time, things weren't looking up. And goddamn, am I happy that things are looking up again?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that's like I said, it's weird that it's already March next week.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much the whole month of January, I just kind of like sat inside and played Skyrim. And now I'm playing Dead Rising 3.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't been
So you
gaming
know,
as
look at the
much.
growth. Look at the growth.
But yeah, you got to switch the games up sometimes. But I was just like, it kind of like I got used to like there being nothing going on anymore.
Yep.
From quarantine, it's like we fell back into that cycle where you just get so used to like being just in your own zone all the time. But
For sure.
but yeah, shows are starting to creep back in, and I encourage folks to hit if you feel comfortable to
Yes.
hit as much as you can.
Yeah.
There's lots of great hardcore shows coming up. There are some neat bands and artists that are touring and visiting Cactus Club, X Arcade. We've got some new venues in town actually that are starting to appear on the radar. There's that
Yep.
new bar, Last Rites.
Yes,
just
the new punk bar
Walker's
in
Point.
Walker's Point. Believe the same people that were behind Walker's Point Music Hall, and it's a legit punk venue. So I want to go there one of these nights, Ben. If you want to come hang out at a punk bar, I mean,
Yeah, dude. Why
we
not?
should we should go see that place.
That'd be
So
fun.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd be very down for that.
okay,
Yeah, I've just been kind of peeping some of the shows that are just on the books already, and it will be a very exciting next few months for sure. I'd say.
Hmm.
Also, I've got some exciting things coming up in April,
Sweet,
which I'm not quite ready to announce yet, but it will be soon. So
nice, very cool. I don't want to give it away too much, so we're gonna jump into another video real quick before we let any secrets out of the bag. This is Jennifer, Andrea, and the Drive Down. This is a band that Ben brought to my radar too. I believe you did an artist spotlight on them on Breaking and Entering previously.
yeah,
So you should make sure that you go check them out. Go check out that piece of writing as well. And you can check out this video, which also recently landed on breakingandentering.net. This is for You Keep Me here on the Writers Room.
each day that passes me by. You keep me rising insane. What can I do without you? You keep me going crazy, filling my mind with thoughts of you. You keep me from sleeping, filling up my mind, wondering what to think, and you're taking up my time. That radiant smile, that contagious laugh, thinking about when gonna see you next. You keep me losing sleep. What can I do without you? You're higher on the table, heart on the floor, knocking me out. You keep me losing sleep. What can I do without you? You keep me going crazy, filling my mind with thoughts of you.
Jennifer, Andrea, and the drive down with You Keep Me here on the Writers' Room on the final long form version of the Writers' Room. I keep stressing that it's the final long form one. Like, we are going to be back doing this. You'll see us on the internet. You know, nothing, everything is good, if not better, right now. Yeah, amazing, amazing band, lots of good vocal range. And one of the many, many bands to watch. New names also just emerging like crazy here on Breaking and Entering, and we've had a lot of great stuff that's hit our site within the last, within the last week or 2 weeks since the last time that we did this, for sure.
Yeah, I have our cheat sheet pulled up.
Perfect.
And just today, you wrote up the new Vincent Van Great Amanda Huff video. Tell us what we
Yes.
got there.
Yeah. So if you have not heard their project Troublemakers, you need to go listen to that, especially because it was probably one of the better hip hop releases out of the city in 2021. Um, really, really good stuff happening with the two of them, and Van Great, like, he can harmonize, and he can kind of go a little R&B, which is great because Amanda Huff is such a vocal treasure, and the new song God Mode, the new video is really, really well done. It's a performance clip shot by Trademark, so shout out to him. Um, Looks incredible. Absolutely looks stellar, and really captures the energy of the record. So I'm hyped about that. I'm also hyped about just the number of videos that we have coming out of like the underground hip hop scene. There's tons, and we got plenty of other, just singles and releases. There's good things happening. New names are popping up, like I said.
Yeah, I have a couple of new names actually queued up here. One of them is Matt Fralick, who my old roommate from college, my friend Sam Fuller, actually kind of like put me on to. But Matt Fralick is a new singer-songwriter, and his new song Metamorphosis is very gentle, very uplifting, very positive. It's about taking time to yourself, to like, you know, uh, to nurture your soul, to find your true friends, that kind of thing. So great little burst of positivity coming from Matt Fralick. There's also this new band Cutters that just dropped their debut single. It's a really exciting tune. They're kind of like punk rock, alternative metal, that sort of territory.
Hmm.
But that's a really exciting new tune. looking forward to what they do in the future.
Yeah, the punk
We've
scene
also
really. Oh, go ahead.
oh go ahead. No,
I
yeah.
was gonna say the punk scene is really kind of. I don't know if just. I don't want to say flourishing because it's probably always been, and we're just really just getting to discover it now. Um, but bands like Cutters, Aces, the new band is got some great stuff coming out. Uh, I've gotten to hear a little bit of the new Convert record, which
Oh, cool.
when that comes out is going to be awesome. I can't tell you, all of it yet, but I got to do an interview with them, got to hear in advance of the record. So look forward for the new Convert record. I also learned that it's Convert, not Convert. So they
Oh
were
yeah.
quick to point it out. It was the first thing. Uh, I think the audio of that is already on our Patreon. If not, it's going to be up there soon. And yeah, it's between all of those bands, very, very exciting. There is another record that I really like that came out this last week and just is incredible stuff. Murphy K's new record, "Where Did You Sleep," which it's a super emo record. I'm not gonna lie to you. She's in her sad girl feels, but it's really, really well done. It comes from a very personal place, and you hear that in the record. And if you are a fan of just amazing songwriting, really, really well done stuff, um, check out really anything that Meltwater Pulse has been doing, but specifically what Murphy K has been doing on those recent singles. She's working with Mark Soriano again. They were in the band Akko together. So great to hear them working together because that band didn't get all the shine that they should have, and
Oh,
they got some shine.
oh, very cool. Well, that's great to hear. Shout out to all those folks. Our good friend Dave Kevin Adam returned this week with a new video.
Yep.
Looked like he was mowing the lawn. What was
Yeah.
he doing there?
Yeah. Just chilling, mowing the lawn, smoking a little bit, and rapping. That's what it is.
Well, hey, uh, that sounds like the life.
It's part of his Detroit Kev phase that he's got. So he's got just that flow, but a little bit more on beat than Detroit rappers have. Uh, and it's not a slam on Detroit. That's just the sound of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check out the new video from Dave Kevin Adam. That's up on Breaking and Entering as well.
Oh yeah, we got a video from Joey and the Knives. That
Yeah, I
another,
just posted a little clip of this up on Instagram too. So another band that's new and making noise for sure.
they sure are. Folks that are into pop punk emo, they'll enjoy the new Joey and the Knives. For folks that are into the noise scene, there was actually a very important release that came out from a project that's been in the noise scene for a long time. Like kind of like a seminal act in the last couple decades of Milwaukee noise from Lucky Bone. Just dropped their first new music in like 8 years. But it's like kind of this concept called music concrete, is sort of the what it's like, the style, if you will, that kind of uses like sampled like tape music as like
Yeah.
raw material for new music, which is really, really interesting concept. So folks that are into really like scattered collage like kinds of noise and sound making, check out the new Lucky Bone record, Music Box Memories and Other Pandoras. Let's see. Oh yeah, the new, several other great records came out this past week. Meadowers dropped their album Nothing Wrong and I Trust You.
I haven't even gotten a chance to give it a full listen to yet, but from what I've heard of it, it sounds like this is a band that should be playing every festival, every every street fest, every maybe even summer fest at this point. Yeah,
No
Meadowers,
question.
really, really good from what I've heard from them so far. And I did get to peep a little bit of the album, just not the full thing yet. And yeah, that's a name that if you aren't familiar with them, we've been covering them. Go check them out for sure.
Yeah. Another band we've been covering that also should be playing anywhere The band Rat Bath just dropped their debut full-length album this past week as well.
Yep.
Super unique, like fusion of country, rock and roll, punk music.
And My Chemical Romance.
Yes, and MC. They started as
that's
an MCR
an
cover
influence.
band.
Yes.
Yeah. But Rat Bath just had their album release show at Cactus Club on Friday. So shout out to them for their new album, Rat from Hell. Alan, there was the new Him Who record that came out as well. You covered that one.
Yeah. God, that was a few days ago. That was probably all the way to last week, right? Maybe? No?
Yeah, I think so. You covered it on Friday.
Okay. Yeah. New Him Who, the full length project. To be honest, I'm a blur right now, but solid record.
He's always been a very eclectic artist. Like
yeah,
he does not put himself in a box. And then another one that I covered this past week that I really liked a lot was the new Crone album, Witch's Nail. Crone is the electronic experimental ambient project of Aidan Keys from the band Haunter.
Okay.
So he also runs the label Sickleman Recordings, but Witch's Nail is a really gloomy but also kind of ethereal record. It's interesting how many emotions he manages to access on that thing. So go check out Witch's Nail. We got a video from awesome metalcore band Gracie.
Oh yeah. They're out running around in onesies. Yeah.
There's been just a total surplus of great stuff that's been coming out everywhere. And it's only going to keep coming. We've got plenty on the books for the next few days as well. And
and that's just what we can tell you about, because I know about some records that are coming out. I've heard some things, people have been messaging me. So yeah, lots of great stuff on the horizon, and you can check it all out at breakingentering.net. It's dropping daily. In the meantime, we should get into our last video. Our last video of the writer's room. It's not a big sappy thing. Don't worry about it. Like I said, we will be back very soon. This is from Next Paperback Hero, and we were talking about shows before. He's got a show coming up at Circle A, I believe March 12th. So make sure you go check that out.
He's also playing the Cooperage soon too.
Yes. So, singer-songwriter, working really hard to get out there and to get back into the live music scape of things. So we're going to get into...
Very talented.
Yeah, I believe Sam Organi shot this one, right? For Don't Take My Energy. So,
yeah, cool.
So there we are. It's Don't Take My Energy by Next Paperback Hero here on the Writers' Room.
Sun is shining for the first time today. In 3 days, nothing but pouring rain. The down cloud of yesterday fade away. I can't stay, I won't be detained. Don't take my energy away from me. Don't take my energy away from me. Different story, different morning, different season. The cold sustain had me reeling in all of the lines I set outside to stop my demons. The darkness deepens, but I won't let them in. Don't take my energy away from me. Don't take my energy away from me. is empty and my heart is feeling heavy again tonight. Breaking bottles, drowning sorrows in Milwaukee again. The well is empty and my heart is feeling heavy again tonight. Breaking bottles, drowning sorrows in Milwaukee again. Till I see the light, till I see the light. Sun is shining for the first time today. In 3 days, nothing but pouring rain. The down cloud of yesterday fade away. I can't stay, no, I won't be detained. Don't take my energy away from me. Don't take my energy away from me.
All right, and that was it. That was next paperback hero with "Don't Take My Energy" here on the writers' room. Ben, this is the last long form streaming one that we're doing of this. But as I've said multiple times throughout the show today, we will be back doing the writers' room pretty regularly. We'll be on YouTube and we'll be on our social media. Just little clips, here and there, talking about the things that matter most to the Milwaukee music scene. Anything that you'd like to send off? I mean, also quick shout out to Briante, Sterling, everybody else that is in the chat on Instagram, as well as everybody watching on breakingandentering.net and all over the internet. Anything you'd like to say, Ben, on the way out?
We'll be around.
Yeah, exactly. It's
We're
not
going
goodbye. This is just a restructuring thing we're doing. So you can watch us pretty regularly on all of your social media. We'll still be gabbing split screen like this and possibly in some other ways too pretty soon. So don't want to
I
give
hope
away too
so.
much. Yeah. So
It's been fun doing this though. I'm really glad we've been able to it's been fun, like picking out all the music videos and was
Yeah.
saying to you during one of the videos that it's been cool that we've pretty much never aside from one or
repeated.
two times, yeah, we've like never repeated any artists that we featured videos from, which
Yeah.
I think is just goes to show how much really is out here. And it's all at our fingertips, whether it's on Spotify or Bandcamp or Apple Music, SoundCloud. Like there's just a whole world of music in Milwaukee that's worth being excited about. So yeah, excited to see some folks at some shows very soon. And yeah, like I said, we'll be here.
We'll be here. Absolutely. And if you're watching the stream, if you're tuning in right now, I will be back in like minutes, like probably within an hour, because I will be celebrating episode 100 of Breaking and Entering Radio. We'll be recording right after this. So if you're watching right now, turn your however you turn your post notifications on, do that because we'll be back in a short amount of time, and I will be kicking it with Omar and Patrick here on Breaking and Entering Radio too. So yeah, all streaming all the time. That's just what I'm doing. I'm just hanging out streaming things. But this has been a blast. This show will, like I said, live on in a new form soon, very soon. And we are out of here, I guess. I don't know. I mean, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Ben for picking out all these music videos as well, and being here all the time to do this for us. And yeah, doing what we do. So we will be back. In the meantime, if you don't tune into this next stream, you can always check us at breakingandentering.net. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, all over the place. This show will be on many of those things soon. So we're out of here, I guess, you know? So, all
Peace,
right.
y'all.
There we
It's
go.
been real.
Peace. I tried to make it sentimental and I didn't. It just whatever. All right. Peace, guys. We'll see you on the next version of the Writers Room.